So today we're going to talk about the functions of the gallbladder. Pretty quick for this class, not too many functions, official functions of the gallbladder. In general, for most of the yang organs, they don't have as many roles as the yin organs. If you watched the classes on the water element, talking about the difference between the kidneys' roles and the bladder. The kidneys have a lot of functions compared to the bladder, but obviously they're all important and interact with each other and depend on each other to perform their roles. So the gallbladder and the liver are intimately linked, being the two kind of brother and sister organs of the liver, of the wood element rather. So just to give kind of an idea of, or to kind of personify the liver and the gallbladder and the wood element in general, it can be viewed like a general in an army, that is specifically with the liver. It's more so has the vision and makes the plan. And then the gallbladder is more so like the foot soldier, boots on the ground, taking the action. And so this is on a physical, mental, emotional level, spiritual level within us. So this could mean that the liver is what is kind of responsible for our vision, for what we want for our life or for our day, or just in making plans and schedules. The liver is really involved in that sort of stuff and keeping things on schedule. And like we talked about in the last class, the rhythms of our body, the circadian rhythms, menstrual cycles, keeping those things on schedule. And then the gallbladder is what enables us to take action and to pivot as well if we encounter obstacles, because for all our planning, we don't actually know what's going to happen. So we can prepare to a certain degree, but we need to be flexible and to have a wide perspective to be able to move fluidly through the world, and to move gracefully. And so the liver and the gallbladder are a team in helping us to be able to do that. And another comparison could be like thinking of the liver as the architect that kind of has the design of a house or a building, and then the gallbladder is the person actually, like the contractor or the people actually building the house. So there's a kind of courage that comes with a healthy gallbladder, or you might even say gall, to take action, to put something out into the world, to assert. So the healthy wood energy is assertive, not angry or aggressive, which an unhealthy, excessive gallbladder energy can tip into that, nor is it meek and like you're just like a human doormat. of repressed anger. So finding that healthy middle ground is the key with the wood element. And on a physical level, as I mentioned in the last class, I think the wood element has a lot to do with our joints. And so think about the way that our joints allow us to physically pivot, to move flexibly, and so that is a way in which the wood element manifests physically, is enabling us to physically move with flexibility. So if our wood element is imbalanced, we may become a bit brittle, arthritic, stiff. And then this also ties in with the water element that we talked about over the winter months. The water element is the mother of wood. So if we are depleted in our water element, this can result in those like stiff, hard joints, or on a mental, emotional level, rigidity, brittleness, not having that kind of fluidity with our movement through the world. So that's just kind of a broad idea on the gallbladder, the liver, the wood element, and the role that they play in our lives. So getting into the official functions of the gallbladder, first of all, to store and excrete bile. So the gallbladder receives bile from the liver, and then it excretes it to support our digestion. So it plays a role in the digestion. So if we don't have enough bile, or if there's some breakdown in that function, right, we may have digestive upset, particularly with breaking down fats, right? The bile helps us, gives us that kind of oomph to break down fats that if we don't, if the gallbladder is not kind of firing correctly, we may accumulate dampness. So that might play a role, or we're like overburdening our system with too much fatty food. The gallbladder can't fulfill its role, can't keep up. This could then lead to patterns of disharmony with the spleen, for example, with other organs. And you can see as well on more of a mental, emotional level, wood earth imbalance, spleen being part of the earth element. Someone who is indecisive, is maybe very people pleasing, really, and maybe seeks comfort in food, and this can kind of portray an imbalanced wood-earth relationship. So I was saying water is the mother of wood, and then earth is the grandchild of wood. So the wood element has this regulatory role with the earth element, and in keeping it in check. And so if the earth element is imbalanced, or the wood element is not strong enough, this can lead to this earth element imbalance. So back to the official functions of the gallbladder. storing and excreting bile, so it receives bile from the liver and then excretes it to help with our breakdown of fats and digestion. And this also is dependent on the liver to, one of its roles is to ensure the smooth flow of qi. So if there's something going wrong with the liver, this can cascade, have a kind of domino effect with the gallbladder. And then the second official function of the gallbladder is to control the sinews. So the sinews refer to our tendons and our ligaments that connect the muscle to bone and bone to bone, respectively. So the joints, essentially, as I was saying before, are really tied to the qi of the wood element. And so in particular, the liver provides us the sufficient blood to lubricate the sinews, the joints, and the gallbladder is more so responsible for the qi flow in the joints. Again, joint issues are indicative of a wood element imbalance. This could be rooted in different things, but it is, at the surface at least, an issue in the wood element. So the gallbladder ensures the smooth flow of qi through the joints and sufficient qi flow through the joints. And so that's it for the two official functions of the gallbladder. And we will next week get into some common causes of pathology with the gallbladder and what those patterns are.